Hey, Well Builders. So, real estate pro tip: how do you choose the right size mortgage? Meaning, how do you choose if you have the option? Some people want to go zero down. Maybe some people feel better at 50% down, and maybe other people feel better with no mortgage at all. In investment property, it's pretty easy. Well, it can get a little bit complicated depending on the formula and your goals. But in investment property, there's a formula that's set up so that you can actually figure out what the optimal mortgage is. You can work with your debt service coverage ratio and figure out, hey, how do I get the debt into the sweet spot, number one, to qualify for a loan, but also number two, how to meet your goals in establishing leverage and the risk associated with that leverage. But in the residential, like if you're buying a condo to live in or you're buying a house to live in, there's a lot of variables. I remember an agent that I was training many years ago, and she came to me and she said, Aaron, I've got to have you talk to this lady. She does not want to have a mortgage on her property, and I think she's crazy because I've ran the math. Well, as an example, I called the lady and I talked to her and I said, what's going on? Through the process of the conversation, I found out she was 89 years old. When you're 89 years old, you can do what you want. We don't need to worry about the math. And I told her, you know what? Don't worry about your mortgage. Don't have a mortgage. And I explained it to the new agent, and then she got it as well. So age is a factor, okay? Also, your goals are a factor, your investment goals, etc. But essentially, as a rule of thumb, look at it from this point of view. Most lenders will let you get to about 45% of your gross income in your debt-to-income ratio, including credit cards, car payments, student loans, and your mortgage, about 45%. If a lender approves you for 45%, should you go for a maximum of 45%? So that's where the real rub comes in is, am I going to base my decisions off of what a bank will allow me for my primary residence, or am I going to go off my own? It might make sense for you to go over 45%. It might also, in probably more cases than not, make a lot more sense to not go to 45%. If we look back 50 years ago, housing expenses were typically about 9% of the gross income. And now 45% is an okay number for your total DTI. So I want to leave you guys with this message. Don't do what the bank will let you do. Do what's right for you after lots of careful thought, research, and networking with high net worth individuals. Stay strong.